Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Law & Order Legacies. Interesting turn of events as I was doing some paperwork and research on this game. Turns out it's no longer available on Steam, so as far as everything is concerned, even the fact that even though I'm not really having a great time with it, I guess I'm the only person that's ever going to have to suffer with it. So the Law & Order and all the CSI Telltale games are just missing. I imagine the licenses were lost and it isn't really a quality control issue, because if Telltale was going to just remove games that were bad off of Steam, they would remove things like Jurassic Park the game, or Bone, for example. Bone is a completely unfinished game, but they're still selling that. We're gonna start episode 5, and so if we can kind of rush through this, that would be great. I am gonna have to be more careful near the court case, I'm sure, because we barely won the last one. A young blind boy and his mother are walking to the market when she's gunned down. The boy must identify her attacker by the voice alone, but will stand up in court. Ooh. I guess, yeah, we have 3 more of these. Wow. Let's get into this.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups: the police, who investigate crime, and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
See, if it was an adult blind person, I would be more likely
Come on, Henry. The store's across the street.
to think this case could work.
Just
But we're gonna
follow
need a
voice.
lot of
One
evidence
day
to
you're gonna
back
have
this
to do
up.
all this on your own.
Or we're gonna have to make a case completely on sympathy.
Yeah, whatever. Gangbanging ain't for you, son.
Ironically here,
Yo, say that again in my face,
this,
son.
if I was
Take my hand,
animating
let's get
this,
it.
I would have
No,
completely
no,
different
there's no
models
call for
than the
that.
person that is the suspect.
Mama?
Nina.
This also seems very much like they just were trying to save some animation for a few seconds there. See, I'm not gonna feel very good about getting to this case if there's literally no evidence.
Detectives? Hey, Fontana. What do we got?
Here's that guy
The victim
that
is
should have been
One
in the
Shar
first
Jackson,
couple
age
episodes
26,
again.
Lived in the neighborhood. She was walking with her son Henry when she apparently got caught in the crossfire during a gang dispute. The crack security guard they got here claims he saw him.
Background
What about the
flag
kid?
is actually
Can you see
animated,
the
correct, this time?
Kid's blind.
Oh, well, anything else?
The guard claims he saw 2 cars leave the scene but didn't get makes or models. Lucky for us, he's a car guy. Says the engine on one was really loud. Let me walk you through what CSU picked up. Got a receipt dated today. 4 bottles of Mad Scott. Someone was getting the drink on. 3 shell casings, maybe from the 9mm we found. We found this baby. I thought we had our murder weapon, but now I'm not so sure.
Saturday night special. Fake wooden handle. Man, this thing is a piece of, work.
Over there we got some gang graffiti. PK it says.
PK.
Probably a tag, one of the locals. We're asking around.
It's a player killer.
Hoping to get some DNA maybe.
That's what
We got a can of
PK
spray paint, freshly
means in
used.
video games.
Maybe get some prints off that. And that's about the size of it.
Find any cigarette butts or anything? I'm hoping to get lucky with another DNA hit.
Nah, nothing like that unfortunately.
Bring
Yeah,
in
the place
these
is pretty
people,
clean
test
for
their
this part of
hands for
town.
gunpowder
Maybe someone
residue.
swept up last night. Hard to say. Oh, and one more thing.
What's that?
The kid doesn't know his mom's dead yet.
Guess we're clear. Let's talk to our witness.
Seriously.
We should start with the boys so CPS can get him out of here.
What's weird there is instead of finding the
Hi
evidence,
there. It's
the game
Henry,
has
right?
skipped all of
I'm
that.
Olivia, and this, with me is my partner,
And you
Ray.
wouldn't tell him?
Henry,
Um,
I know this is really hard, but we need to ask you
He'd
some
just be like,
questions so
"Where's
we
my
can help
mom?
your
Where's my mom?"
okay?
Is she dead?
Do you have any family we can call for you, Henry?
We don't have anybody, my mama and me.
Henry, did your mom believe in heaven?
We go to church every Sunday. She sings in the choir.
Well, your mom is in heaven now.
That's a weird
where
way
she'll
of
be when
saying
you
it.
see her again, a long time from now.
This is
Henry,
some BS.
we can do this another time. Are you sure there isn't anyone we can call?
I can tell you what happened. I heard everything.
This voice acting sounds really, really bad on the kid, and it sounds like it's a female voice actress that's voicing the kid, which is pretty typical, but it isn't typical that it is obvious that that's the case. Do we go for red herrings? I guess.
What's your favorite ice cream, Henry?
I don't know. Chocolate, I guess?
Officer Fontana, can we get 2 ice creams over here, please?
Are you
Chocolate?
bribing him? You didn't ask if he was lactose intolerant or anything. Alright, let's... typically when you're interviewing people, you try to go backwards to catch them in lies. Because it's often people that are going to lie, they rehearse it from the beginning of the story to the end. So if you ask about actual facts at the end and then something before then, they're less likely to think about that. But I assume we're assuming the boy's not going to lie. So let's just go through the top to bottom.
Did you hear the gunshots, Henry?
I heard 3. One after the other. My ears still hurt.
Can you point to where you heard them from?
Over there.
Is Henry right about the shots fired? Like, I think we saw 3 shell casings, didn't we? But, see, here's the problem with a game like this is that, by going 3 shell casings, by being able to go and look at the log of what was said when we weren't here, you don't even need to believe what he's saying. So you're not playing as a real detective, you're playing as some kind of omniscient video game player who knows old facts and can confirm everything.
Did you hear anything unusual before your mother was shot, Henry?
There was a fight.
Was your mother involved?
They were gangbangers, my mama called them one time. They started shouting and cussing each other. Then I heard them fighting.
Could you tell if they were close or far away?
There. They were over there. One of them said, "Y'all the one who shot PK?" And then the others, they just laughed. And then that's when they started to fight.
I assume the answer is yes here because PK is on the graffiti. I guess this is the right one. We don't know it's actually memorializing him. For all we know, that was sprayed by PK. I can't imagine a last name starting with a K.
I want to make sure I understand, Henry. You pointed one way when we asked you where the fight happened, but you pointed the other way when we asked you where the shots came from. What else did you hear besides the shots?
But one of the men who were fighting yelled, "Say that to my face," right before the shots. Afterward, I heard another man cry out the name Nina.
Nina. You're sure?
Yes, ma'am. First the gunshots, then he said Nina, then everybody ran.
Did the shooter shout out the name of the victim? No. It's basically asking, is Nina the name of his mother? And that's not what it is. I think he probably said Nina as in Spanish for girl. I think that's what Nina means. Nina is the name of a tropical storm approaching the northeast. Not right now. The victim was it must have to be Laverne Johnson. Oh no, I was wrong.
You said everyone ran after the shots were fired. How could you tell, Henry?
I heard feet on the pavement. A couple of people ran that way. Then I heard some other people get inside a car behind me, out on the street. They screeched their tires when they drove off.
Probably are gangbangers leaving the scene. Anything else?
Yeah, I heard another car over there. Someone got in and drove away real fast.
Yes. We did hear say that the security guard saw 2 cars leaving the scene. I really don't know why any of this is bothered to be animated at all. Why not just have actors do it all? You did such a poor job animating it. It didn't need to be a game.
When the cars drove away, maybe a funny noise, like a
even if you were gonna
loud or a
put this on.
I heard a Dodge Charger with a 5.7 liter Hemi V8. It was the one parked over there.
Well, that's very helpful. Maybe if you could get the model and the color, you've probably narrowed it down significantly in Manhattan, because very few people have cars, but not definitively. Did anyone else mention a very loud car? Yes, the security guard did. Like, even if this was just on iOS or Android, like, even if you were going to put it on, like, a Nintendo DS, you could certainly play live-action video. Now, it probably wouldn't play too well on the DS, scaling it down to a low resolution, but it'd still probably be easier and cheaper than what they did. The security guard. So if this blind kid can tell us
how could you tell,
specific details like that.
When they opened it. Dodge Charger's the only car makes that noise when you open the door with the key still inside.
We believe you, Henry.
Don't all cars do that these days?
My pastor's son used to have the same car before he left for college. I know everything about that car. I even helped him fix it.
We'll check it out.
Thanks, Henry. Go see Officer Fontana for a second, okay?
Here's a prime example of, like, he's based on his knowledge saying it's a Dodge Dodge Charger.
You trust my instincts?
So far, but I gotta be honest.
Frankly, anybody could have put
here.
Compassion for an 11-year-old who just lost his mother doesn't compromise me, Curtis.
Hey, I want to nail the scumbag who did this just as much as you. Let's talk to our other witness.
Like, from my knowledge, almost all cars beep these days. Maybe not, and this is modern time. This isn't a 1999 case. So I think the kid could easily be wronged about the fact that it's a Dodge Charger.
Jesus, it's about time. You know it took 20 minutes for the squad cars to get here? Not that I blame them.
How's that?
Look around you, detective. They shoot each other every day out here. They even shoot at the paramedics who come to help them. They're animals.
Who?
Clearly
all this
racist.
Gangbanger scum. This neighborhood
Although maybe it's not racism, maybe it's just against gangbangers.
Paradise, huh?
Anyway, I saw the whole thing. Go ahead. Ask me
See, they're
anything.
trying to say he's racist, but in all actuality, so far he may very well in his mind say gangbangers of any race are scum or criminals. They're criminals, clearly.
You know these animals you keep talking about? Most of them are good kids who took a wrong turn.
Yeah, you'd say that, wouldn't you?
You have a problem with me, pal?
No problem, officer.
So, more indication that he's racist. So he's just going to point the finger to anybody he sees that's not white, basically.
Where were you when all this was happening?
In the store. I came out not long after the fight started.
Did you see anyone else in the parking lot besides the gangbangers?
Nah, honestly, I love it when gangbangers kill each other. If I'd have seen that lady and her kid, I would have called the police sooner, you know?
So, no one else besides the bangers, the kid, and his mom?
No.
Is any possible reason to suspect the security guard wasn't actually in the store? Has he said something that would imply that? Well, the kid said he didn't say anything about hearing the guy come out. Excuse me. He would have been inside to call the police. Did he say that? The music in the store was too loud for him to have heard any fight. The boy clearly heard a man in the parking lot call out Nina. The security guard didn't mention this. He claimed to be in the back of the store. This is the one I think that's right.
You get a look at whoever bought the bottle of Mad Scott earlier?
Hell no. I'm not a damn cashier. To tell you what, shouldn't be hard to figure it out. We're the only store that sells that garbage in like 100 miles. No one else will touch it. But the good citizens around here seem to like it.
So, he's not a very observant security guard. He's not doing his job very well.
You see who took the shots?
Is there no security cameras inside of the store?
Gangbangers that were tearing up the asphalt in the parking lot.
How can you be sure?
I saw the whole thing. First they were fighting, the next minute, bam, bam! Just 2 shots. That's all it took. And they scatter like rats.
Nope, not accurate at all. This guy is lying.
Actually, we found 3 shell casings.
You did? Weird.
You know what, David? Your story doesn't jibe real well with the other witness testimony.
Who? Some blind kid?
Maybe we should take this conversation downtown. Let you sit in the tank for a while.
Wait.
Gonna threaten immediately.
I went to the alley for a smoke break. When I finished, I started walking back towards the store, and that's when the fight broke out. Okay?
Do I have any reason to doubt his story? Sure, I have reason to doubt his story. He's already lied once, and the kid's testimony doesn't line up with that at all. Smoking within 20 feet of a doorway is illegal? Okay, sure. I'm sure it happens all the time. The kid would have smelled it. Security guard, he didn't smoke. No cigarette alleys. No cigarette butts were found in the alley. Yeah, they talked about that earlier.
Smoke break? That's what you're going with.
We didn't find any evidence of smoking in the alley, David. Though we did find an empty 6-pack of beer.
You mind giving us a swab of your DNA? For comparison.
What?
You'd do that for us, right? Do your part to clean up the neighborhood?
Alright, fine. I was back there drinking.
So let's try this again. What did you see?
I was just inside the alley. I was having a beer. I saw the gangbangers getting into it.
Wow. Really have to had to go through 6 questions just to get him to stop lying.
You said you saw 2 cars leaving the scene. You remember makes and models? Plates?
How about
One
color?
was really loud, like V8, something big. turned to look when the driver gunned it. Well, I caught some of the plate.
Can we be reasonably sure that the security guard is telling the truth? Well, I'm going to say yes, but I'm probably going to get a strike for this. The boy fought down. The boy said it was a Ford Mustang with a large V8 Hemi. Is that what he said? Like, I don't think that's what he said. I thought he said it was a Dodge Charger. With a 5.7 liter Hemi V8. Yeah, that's what he said. So it's this one. And then the gangbanger.
You recognize any of these guys?
One of them is called Lil Doc. He's been looking to cap someone.
Not Shar Jackson.
No, some other banger killed his homie PK.
Like the tag in the alley.
Yeah.
Who's
He'll
PK?
do it too. He's got a gun.
Real names.
How do you know?
Because he shoved it right in my face once when I told him to leave the store.
So you got a good look?
Yeah, cheap little Saturday night special. Silver, fake wooden handle. Looked like a Glock, but it was obviously a knockoff. What a joke.
Yeah, we found the gun like that. Keep going through all of this.
Okay, David,
It's
sit tight.
very interesting covering a game that
So
people
what we
can't
got?
even play
The
now.
testimony of an 11-year-old who can't see and a security guard hiding in the alley.
We got a partial license plate and a name.
I'll call the gang unit, see if they can put a name to.
If they've got a
Doc before
partial
someone else
and a
gets
make,
hurt during his little
they can
trophy
match
war.
that. Because the way they hand out license plates is designed specifically to be varied. So if you had 2 or 3 parts of a license plate, those 2 or 3 parts of a license plate would match very different cars. So let's just, for example, say that the first 3 parts of a license plate were 000, which would be very odd. They would give 000 license plates to, say, a Dodge, a truck, a van, one that's blue, one that's black, making each license plate as distinctive as possible. So when you get those partial matches, which is often what you get in police work, you can trace it back.
It's Olivia again. Officer Fontana is going to take you to Child Services, where you'll be safe.
Can I come home with you?
I'm sorry.
You know
Henry,
what's odd
but
is this
I'll
is
come see you tonight.
this is totally the
promise.
I
wrong
don't want to leave my mama.
case to have,
I'll go with her.
considering the
I
previous
promise.
case was
Hey,
a kid that
Curtis,
was
listen,
in social
can you handle the
services
vehicle search?
and he
Don't
got
give it a
beaten
second
to
thought.
death
Go.
by his mother because social services wasn't
Thanks for covering. Any hits on Lil Doc?
watching
Not
him.
yet. Gang unit hasn't got
Here
back to me,
in
and
the background
CSU is
we've
still
got that
looking at the
messed up
weapon we recovered.
flag
plate?
again.
Dodge Charger, registered to a Mr. Scott Leonard, lives half a mile from the Busy Mart.
Well, well, well.
Detective Curtis, you have a guest. I put him in room 2.
They're using the uniformed officers
each
over and over
Oh, I
again.
know you. Been making noise, spreading my name around.
Lil Doc? You're Tarvaria Sims. I've read your rap sheet.
One and the same.
Nice to meet you, Sims. Now, if you pardon the question, why the hell are you here? It's hard to believe you're just doing your civic duty.
Maybe I want to clear the air. Maybe your idea of who I am and how I operate ain't all that accurate, detective.
Interesting. So the guy came in to testify. Not a great move without a lawyer, but it's certainly interesting. It speaks a lot to character and whether or not. Although if you were guilty, it might be not a terrible idea to come in and try to beat the rap that way.
All right. So where were you Tuesday, Sims?
Little League, Boy Scouts, evening prayers. You know how we do.
Does your Boy Scout troop give you badges for shooting innocent women?
Man, I wasn't nowhere near that place.
Is Sims telling the truth? No. The whole interview would be done if that was the case. Witness said Sims was in the parking lot.
We have an eyewitness who saw you in the parking lot, Sims.
Your little turf war.
Yeah, you catch the guy who started shooting?
Maybe I'm looking at him. Some people said it was you.
Man, I don't even own a gun.
That's bull.
So what was it? Revenge for your homie, PK?
It ain't nothing like that.
Did you ever own a gun, Tarvarius?
Hell no, I don't have a gun.
Audio is clicking and being messed up again. Even when I click the mouse, it makes a weird audio click that's a little annoying.
Our friend David Zemsta says otherwise. He even identified your little Saturday night special.
David who?
The
Ooh,
security guard.
The writing's terrible.
Him?
Gotta use that Saturday night special nickname over and over again. Let's see.
We have a witness telling us the 9mm we found at the crime scene belonged to you.
Who you got as a witness, man? The KKK or the Super K? Maybe he just got his wish.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's a racist. Hangs out with them other bald-headed hoodbillies. Always following black folk around the store, kicking us out.
Why? You didn't fill out a complaint for him?
Whatever, man. Last time I was in there, he starts up with me, so I pulled my 9. Put it in his face. Crazy-ass white boy didn't even flinch.
Seems credible to me. Security guard told the same story.
Yeah, we heard the story.
Oh, yeah? Well, did he tell you how he's gonna shoot me like a dog and how a race war is coming?
Nope. That's interesting. If it wasn't you that shot Shar Jackson, then who was it?
Lady, I don't know. We was fighting, okay? Yeah, I pulled my 9, and I told him to back off. That's when we heard the shots.
From where? Who?
Hell if I know. You hear shots in my neighborhood, you run. For a minute, I thought it was them. They probably thought it was us.
You sure it wasn't?
Nah, my homies wasn't strapped. And I found out later neither were the other ones. I'm telling you this. The shots came from somewhere else, yo.
Can we believe him? I'm gonna say yes because I think the shells don't match the gun. And ballistics certainly could confirm whether the gun had been fired recently and whether the shells do match or not. Boy reported the shots came from behind him. I think this is the answer. There we go.
All right, Sims. Now I'm listening a little better.
All right, Sims. Assuming the ballistics comes back negative on your gun,
Which it will.
who do you figure for the shooter?
Let's see. Black kids on the street getting shot at. Black lady dead. And a racist white security guard? Gee, I really have no idea.
We'll check him out.
Hey, that lady, she's the mother of that blind kid, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I seen him around. He okay?
No, Sims. Not really.
Sorry to hear that. It ain't right.
Don't leave town. We may need to talk to you again.
There goes my trip to the French Riviera.
Such bad writing. And I imagine this is exactly the same writing you get in Law and Order.
How'd it go with Sims?
He admits to being there and to owning the gun, but claims he's not the shooter. We're waiting on CSU.
I had them move it to the top of the pile. The 9mm slugs that killed Shar Jackson were a match for the shell casings found at the scene, which are not a match for the gun you found. They had to fix it just to test fire it.
So where does that leave us?
With this, check out what I just found. David Zemsta.
The gun was broken.
Turns
It
out
didn't
he
even
belongs
wouldn't
to
have
an
even shot.
organization he didn't mention to us. Here's a little video he posted to his blog.
White Power.
Blog
Hey
again.
everyone, it's me, David Z. Big say Kyle to all you freedom fighters out there. Today's video is going to be about how to foster black-on-black violence with just a simple can of spray paint. Simply tag a wall or building in a rival gang's alley. Even better if you can slur one of their dead. They hate that. Remember, resistance by any means necessary.
I'd say the security guard is a pretty safe bet.
Interesting twist.
I knew there was something I didn't like about you the first second I saw you.
Because my skin is white?
That's a wrong way to start an interview regardless. Well, it's been another episode. I'm not going to bother to exit out. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.